Hey guys, it's Kayla and I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be a Q&A about my Etsy shop. I'm going to be answering your questions about what it's like starting a shop, the costs, managing your time, permits, and more. This video is also a collab video with my dear friend Emily. We went to college together, we had the same major, we both have YouTube channels, and now we both have Etsy shops. So you should go watch her video after this because she's going to be answering a ton more questions, and you should also go check out her shop below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave any comments down below. That lets YouTube know that you liked it and helps promote my video to more people. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe because there's new videos 3 times a week. And now let's go into answering these questions. I'm going to put timestamps on all the different sections, so if there's only one thing you're interested in hearing, go check the timestamps down below. But these first questions are kind of general, just about my shop. The first question is, what made you want to start a sticker shop? I've honestly always wanted to start an Etsy shop, but didn't really know what I wanted to sell. I'm always making things. I'm painting, I'm making friendship bracelets, I'm making Christmas gifts. I'm always kind of being creative, but I didn't really know which of these products I wanted to sell or how to go about that. But then at the beginning of the year, I found my way onto small business TikTok and sticker TikTok, and I just kind of fell in love, and I absolutely love designing and making stickers. So I thought I would launch it as an Etsy shop. The next question is, how did you decide on your shop name? So if you didn't know, my shop is called Kale by Design, and basically I wanted my shop name to be connected to me, but I didn't want it to just be my name. I didn't want it to just be Kayla Compton Creative or Kayla Compton Designs. I feel like that works for a lot of people, but I don't know. I just wanted it a little bit different and not just connected to me as a person. So I decided to go with my nickname and use my nickname Kale. I don't know when it started. It started sometime in high school, but Kale is my nickname, so I thought I would do Kale by Design because obviously I'm designing things. The next question is, what was the easiest and hardest parts about starting your shop? I think the hardest part was getting my Cricut to cooperate with me. I was having so many issues at the beginning. It didn't want to calibrate, but we finally got it to work. So that was definitely very frustrating and just made me really mad. So that was probably the hardest part. And then the easiest part was probably just kind of the social media promotion about my shop, just because that's what I do as my full-time job. It's something that comes pretty naturally to me. I just really enjoy promoting stuff on social media and like thinking about the business aspects and what's going to work best on this platform versus this platform. So I really enjoy kind of the social media part, the marketing part of my shop. Next, we're going to be talking about time management. I got a ton of questions about how I balance it all and how I manage my time between everything that I'm doing. If you don't know, I work full-time, I have a YouTube channel, I have a podcast, and now I have a small business. So I do a lot of things, and it can definitely be hard to balance it all and find the time for everything. I think the most important thing when it comes to managing your time and balancing it all is to realize that if you truly want it, if you deep down want to do something with your whole heart, you're going to make it happen. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, the same 7 days in a week. We all have the same amount of time, and it's just how you use it. So you just have to be really intentional with what you're doing and what you want to do. But my top 2 tips when it comes to time management are: 1, get ahead. Whenever I am ahead on everything in my life, I'm just so much less stressed. When I'm filming and editing videos ahead of time, when I'm recording my podcast ahead of time, it's just so much easier, and I'm just so much more relaxed about everything, and that kind of helps keep me in the flow, keeps me productive when I'm not so stressed. When I do everything the night before, I get so stressed and overwhelmed that it doesn't work. So definitely get ahead on as much as you can. And the second tip is time blocking, or day blocking as I like to do it. I try and kind of focus on one thing for large amounts of time, or one whole day. So I'll set aside one day to film a bunch of videos or edit a bunch of videos. I'll set another day to kind of work on my podcast. And for me, I work 9 to 5 during the day, so it's kind of my evenings that I try to block off for doing each thing. So like one day is editing a video, one day is working on my podcast, filming, recording, editing, everything. So I just like to time block my days out or time block my evenings out, and that helps me a ton. Now to talk more about the business side of things, first we're going to talk about kind of permits and taxes. Just a quick reminder and disclaimer, I am not a tax professional, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a business professional. This is just my personal experience and what I kind of figured out through research and through talking to a family friend who's an accountant. I think that's kind of my first tip, is to find someone in your personal life who is an accountant or a tax professional or a business person. You probably have a family friend, you probably have a parent's friend or a friend's parent who can help you with these things. So try and just find someone to give you more advice than just me, someone's YouTube video, the internet. There's a lot of different information out there, so you definitely need to talk to someone who actually knows what they're talking about. The next question question is, did you get a business permit and what was that like? Every single state has different rules when it comes to what licenses, permits, whatever it is that you're going to need. In California, there's a state seller's permit, so I applied for that and got approved for that. That one is free. It's also going to vary by county. I had to apply for a business permit in San Diego and then also a fictitious business name or an FBN. This also can be known as a DBA or doing business as, and that just basically means you're running a business that's not your name, but you are kind of the sole proprietor or you're the one who owns it. So I had to file those two things in San Diego County to make my business legit, and those are the three things that I filed. Like I said, the state seller's permit was free, but the two San Diego permits that I applied for had costs, but both of those things are things that can be deducted off your taxes. So definitely just do your research into what business license or permits you're going to need. It's going to vary per state, by county, where you live. You just need to do a lot of research, and also where I really recommend talking to some kind of professional. The next question is, can you talk about taxes and having a business license? So I already talked about the business license, but those things, those permits are needed when you file your taxes, and you don't need to form an LLC. You definitely can, but you can also just run your business as a sole proprietorship, and that just means that it is connected to you and you are kind of the person earning the money, but it is separate from your taxes or like what you would make at your regular job if you do have a regular job as well. So it keeps it separate but connected at the same time. It's connected to your personal taxes, but it is a separate tax form you fill out. Again, not a tax professional, this is just what I've learned. The most important thing when it comes to taxes though is to just keep a record of everything, keep a record of all your expenses, all your income. That's why I like using Etsy, because it keeps track of all the income obviously for me, and then I also keep all my receipts for when it comes to the business expenses, anything that can be deducted from taxes at the end. Again, not a tax professional, that's just what I figured out so far, and definitely things I kind of need to look more into taxes wise when it comes to actually filing my taxes. Right now, just keeping track of everything and just figuring out what I'm going to need when I need to file. Next, we're going to talk about money, the expenses, the costs that come with running a small business. I got quite a few questions about the costs that come with starting a business, if I had any upfront costs, the monthly costs, how much supplies cost, all of that. So I did invest quite a bit of money to start up my shop. I wanted to just kind of buy everything, have everything that I was going to need. You can definitely do it for cheaper than I did. I spent about $1,000 to get all of my supplies, to get everything that I needed, but now I'm kind of set for a while. There are going to be some reoccurring costs like packaging costs, new sticker sheets, that kind of thing, but for the most part I got all of the bigger expenses out of the way, and I really wanted to invest in everything from the upstart. I definitely want to film a whole separate video talking about everything I bought to start my Etsy shop, to start my sticker shop, to kind of break down the supplies and costs a bit more, but do know you kind of have to invest some money in the upfront to get it all set up and started, but you also don't have to invest as much as I did. There's ways to not have to spend as much on the upfront. Like I said, I wanted to kind of invest in everything off the bat and then go from there, but other people kind of build up to everything they need. So there's kind of two different ways to do it. The next question is, how did you figure out what to charge for your stickers? I think there's kind of two different approaches you can take when trying to price your items on your shop. On one hand, you can go with cheaper pricing but never really run sales, and on the other hand, you can go with a little bit of higher pricing but always run sales. I always wanted to have coupon codes available, always have sales available, so I did make my pricing a little bit on the higher end. I could have charged less, but I wouldn't have been able to run as many sales or always have coupon codes like I do now. I think it's also super important to charge what you're worth. Not only are you investing a lot of money into supplies, you're also investing a lot of your time and energy into designing new products, into making your products, all of these things. It's not just the supplies that you're putting money into. Your time is worth money, your energy is worth money, so you need to charge for that accordingly as well. It is a business, so at the end of the day, you want to make money off of it. It's not fair to yourself to only be making a little bit of money off of what you're selling. You want to have a good return on your investment. The next question is, does Etsy take a percentage of your purchases? And the answer is yes. Etsy is a business as well. You are listing things on their site to sell. They want to make money off of that too. So they charge a set fee for listing items on their site, so it's 20 cents per listing, and then they take a percentage out of every purchase as well. I know some people are very much against Etsy fees, but I think it is 100% worth it. If I didn't have my shop on Etsy, I would have to build my own website, I would have to pay for my own website, I would have to do a lot more on the back end than I do now with Etsy. Etsy takes care of a lot of things for you. They do a lot of the own marketing for you. You can rank on Etsy search, like there's a lot of things that Etsy does for you, and that is why they charge a fee. and to me it's worth it. I think if you are a bigger shop, it's definitely worth it to have your own website because you don't want to lose so much money in fees, but as a small shop starting out, it's definitely not a high cost. And again, is it worth the amount of time you would have to invest and the amount of money you would have to invest in a website in some other platform? The next question is, can you sell stickers without making them yourself? And the answer is yes. You do have to design all of your stickers. You cannot rip off other people's designs. You can't just take an image off of Google. You can't trace someone's design and call it your own. Not okay at all. But you can have your stickers made through a manufacturer. I know a ton of sticker shops, especially bigger sticker shops, don't actually hand make the stickers themselves anymore and instead order them through a manufacturer like Sticker Mule, Sticker App. There are a ton of websites out there that you can get your stickers from in bulk, and I know a lot of people do that super successfully and have a lot of success with that. Personally, I wanted to hand make my stickers, but I think there's no right or wrong answer. It's just whatever works best for you. Wow, we just talked for forever, but I absolutely loved answering all your questions. Again, don't forget to go check out Emily's video. She'll be answering a ton more questions about Etsy, starting an Etsy shop, and don't forget to check out her shop. I will leave both her video and her shop link down below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave any comments down below with other Etsy videos you'd like to see on my channel, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.